Hi people, welcome to the Run Testers. In this video we're looking at the Nothing Ear 2 earbuds. These are a budget-friendly rival for the Apple Airpods and the AirPods Pro. I was a big fan of the first generation, and the Nothing Earbuds 2 are back with a few upgrades that make them even more interesting. Like the AirPods, these true wireless headphones are designed for daily use, but they also pack plenty of running and fitness credentials too. So are they better than the first generation? Are they a potential running headphones bargain? And how do they hold up on the run? Well, we've put them to the test, and so in this video we're going to help you find out. Hit play to see what we made of the Nothing Ear 2. So let's whip you through the key specs then. Well, when it comes to battery life and charging, you're going to get just short of 6.5 hours runtime on the buds. That's with active noise cancellation and that's up from 5 hours on the earbuds 1. There's a further 29 hours of runtime in the charging case, and those official numbers drop to 4 hours on the buds and 20.5 hours with active noise cancellation on. When it comes to fast charge, 10 minutes with the buds in the case gives you 8 hours of runtime. I think that's using buds consecutively. Moving on to the design and the controls then, well, the buds weigh 4.5 grams each. That's at the lighter end of the true wireless scale. It's lighter, in fact, than the AirPods Pro 2. The case, well, this weighs 51 grams. That's about the same as an AirPods case. And it's fairly pocket friendly, running belt friendly, but it's not as compact as some. Controls on the earbuds are now press or squeeze rather than touch. Durability wise, they're now IP54 rated up from IPX4 rated. That basically means that they're not protected against dust and debris, but they are splash and sweat resistant. The case is also now IP55 rated too, so that has a little more weather resistance too, with water and dust protection. That's also more durable on paper than the Apple Airpods Pro 2. Now when it comes to sound, you've got 11.6mm dynamic drivers, up to 40 decibels personalised active noise cancellation and a transparency mode. There's custom EQ, so you can create personalised sound profiles. There's customisable controls in the Simple Partner app as well. There's also an ear tip fit test to help you get good sound. Connectivity wise, the Nothing Ear 2 sport Bluetooth 5.3, and you can stay connected to 2 devices at once. There's also in-ear detection, Google Fast Pair, and you can use the buds independently. When it comes to price, the price has jumped up a chunk on the first generation. The Nothing Earbuds 2 now cost £129 or $149 in the US. Okay, so I'm joined by Nick, and we are going to be talking about the Nothing Ear 2 headphones. And starting off with fit, how did you find the fit of these, Nick?
Not great. I mean, I don't really get on with in-ear headphones. So this was the exact same story as the Apple Airpods Pro 2 and Pro 1. They just worm themselves loose over time when I'm on the run. So actually, luckily the case is big enough to fit in my third-party silicone wings that I bought for the AirPods Pro, which also fit these headphones perfectly because they have very similar form factor. That solves the fit issue immediately. But yeah, I don't tend to get on with in-ear headphones, and these unfortunately were no different. They're probably, on an easy run, I could get through a couple of miles without them falling out, but I'd always be kind of nudging them. So I think it really is for me only the jabbers that have ever really sat in my ears.
Do you think that's your ears?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah. So all in-ear headphones just don't really work for me. I tend to actually would prefer the Nothing Stick headphones, which have just the open fit, just sit in the ear, very lightweight. So it's only the in-ear ones that sit entirely in the ear, like jabbers, that tend to stay in my ears. With the this just fall loose, but. Probably that's different for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's simple. I think they've got a great fit. They fit me perfectly. The thing I really like about them, actually, I think the main thing about the fit is they're very, very lightweight, the buds. Yeah. So they just sit really comfortably. There's nothing tugging. They're not kind of being pulled out by the weight of the kind of exterior kind of, I guess, all the brains of it. And I've had absolutely no problems at all. I really like them. They disappear when I run them.
They are comfortable to wear, like exactly the same, like again the AirPods Pro. They're really comfortable to wear for long periods because they don't have wings. And then if you can just get, I mean, these silicone wings cost me £5. Like for 30 pairs, they're all over my house. I keep losing them, but I've got enough that I can put them on the headphones each time, and they do immediately create a very secure fit. Actually, better wings than some brands make themselves. More comfortable. And so if you do get them and have that problem, I would look at those third-party wings maybe.
So then moving on to controls and design, how have you found that?
Good, yeah, little squeezy works well. It's a very tactile thing. There's a nice little click. You can really know what you're doing with them. The controls work really well. Even on the track today, I was able to click and mess around with them, no problem.
Yeah, same for me. I've had no problems with these. I mean, as I've said in the other headphone videos, I don't tend to mess around with the controls too much, but when you need to, or if you have to, this is good. I will control my volume I'm always running on my phone, so I tend to use the volume on the phone because it's just much easier to do.
Yeah.
Other things, other controls I found kind of nice and easy. And I think because they're light, you don't controlling the stick, you don't do too much of the kind of tugging where you can pull them out. I think they still
No, it's just squeeze. It's okay. Yeah.
So in terms of sound, then I guess one of the big things he's going up against is kind of the AirPods, right, and the AirPods Pro. And you look at it, are these good enough to be a sort of budget alternative to that? How have you found the sound? Does it live up, or does it punch above its weight?
For me, it punches at its weight. I think it's okay. I think it's very, very bright sound. Like, and almost when I'm listening to stuff, I just do is lots of things like Lana Del Rey or The National or Boy Genius. Lots of vocal-led singer-songwriter stuff, and I find in the upper ranges that these are a little brash for my taste. You can mess with the EQ obviously and mess around with it a bit, but I think it's a lot stronger at the bass end of things, where I think it sounds a bit better to me. So I don't love the sound, but it certainly sounds good enough, more than good enough for its price. I think it's similar in standard to the other headphones around this price, but you certainly get, I think, quite a big upgrade in how natural certainly my kind of music sounds. I've been doing a lot of children's songs lately, and if you can listen to Colours of the Wind from Pocahontas, you want a slightly classier soundscape than you get with these. I say they're a bit brash for Pocahontas' delicate voice, but in general, I do think they have a lot of power at the lower end, which is just not necessarily the kind of music I listen to a lot of. But
which is exactly that segues nicely into exactly what. Which is why I quite like the sound on these because of that. I'm always listening to lots of European dance music.
Dance music,
No, I'm going for kind of trance and techno and God knows what I like. And I quite like the kind of big bassy, brash kind of sound. So for me, they do a good job. I'm not a huge kind of sound connoisseur.
No, same for me.
When it comes to these things, it's not the primary factor when I buy the headphones. Like, I'm not an audiophile essentially. I'm quite happy if it's big and loud and
plays the music fine.
Fine. So and I think for the price, these do a really good job of that. It's not it's not tinny, it's not light. I think it's quite well balanced. I think you can obviously get more out of it if you fiddle with the EQ, set it to your tones, and that's great. If I remember right, I don't think you can save custom presets though.
Okay, right.
So you can fiddle with it and have it whilst you run, but I don't think you can save lots of different profiles in there. If I think I'm right on that, which I like to do.
Yeah, I normally just have one. I know, kind of having done a lot of headphone testing, the exact EQ wave I like in particular. But so I do think they sound a bit better than Nothing Ear Ones. I always heard that. But for me, in those upper ranges, it could be a little harsh. But I think for the money, it's okay. I do think now we are getting amazing sounding headphones around this price, so it can be a bit of risk on that from things like the Sennheiser True Sport ones, but they're much bulkier, bigger headphones. Obviously, you have a lot more room for drivers and such. I know my audio drivers and such. So I think it's okay, but it's not the most, I think, detailed and deep sound at the higher ranges.
Yeah, you're not gonna, I think you're right. You're getting what you pay for here, right? So it's
AirPods Pro certainly sound better, but they are double the price.
So moving on from sound over onto active noise cancellation and awareness modes. These have both. How did you find them?
It's quite similar to sound actually. It's very much pitched at around this level. Like, it's got the ANC of headphones at this price. Like on the train today, it cut out a fair bit. But when I use like the Bose QC earbuds or the Apple Airpods Pro, they cut out the whole train. Like, they're brilliant. The ANC on some of these headphones is genuinely amazing. So it's okay. And then the awareness mode does suffer the problem of most in earbuds, which is on the run. It's a bit of a wind mode. Like on the track today, I turned on. I had to put the noise cancelling on because it was just. I didn't need awareness on the track, obviously, but I'll be very aware of my deserted track at 8 a.m. I do think it's not great for on the run. It's more for a general use thing, the awareness mode, because you are going to get a lot of wind sound. But I didn't get a lot of wind with noise cancelling though, which I do sometimes, so that's good. Again, very much down the line what you pay for, I think, here.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, I think the crossover value of these when you want to use them for work purposes, I think the active noise cancellation has helped when I'm sat in cafes and I'm trying to work in busy places, particularly kind of, again, doing editing, what we often do. They've been good for that, solid, not outstanding. Yeah, the awareness mode, I don't really tend to use it, to be honest. I've always got my music up so loud it's deafening me. It's make my ears bleed. I'm like, I get the Apple notification saying,
all the time.
And to be honest, if I want to, the wind's a problem. So if I want to hear more around me, I just turn it down.
I'll take
one down. So I wouldn't be buying these for either of those two modes particularly. I think they do a solid job. It's okay.
It's around very similar to the Jabra Elite 4 active ones. That it makes takes the edge off your train ride, but won't delete that. And actually, some headphones are so good these days. But again, it's price points, isn't it?
Battery life is up on the Nothing Ear 2 compared to the Ear 1. It's a bit, not hugely, 20% or something up.
Yeah.
But have you found it's kind of lived up to its billing?
Yeah, I have. I think it has. With a mix of music and podcasts, I've not had any noticeable odd drop-offs. It's fine. 6 hours is not outstanding, but these are small buds. I don't really know how they make them and how they fit things in, but there are some out there that can offer a little bit more battery life. But we're given everything going on here, that's fine, and the case holds quite a lot for a small case. So I think it's fine, battery life. Yeah, you notice any big drop-offs with you?
I did for some, particularly with ANC on. It was like burning through 30% for an hour, which is not great.
Oh, I never got that bad. Okay, that's odd, yeah.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm listening to my music too loud all the time. Yeah. So I need to turn it down.
I need to this morning, it was nothing like that, yeah.
But yeah, overall it's been fine. And I think, having that case is super portable and having the extra 29 hours in the case to back up the 6 is great. If you particularly, you want to do ultras or you're going out for 4 or 5 hours longer, you've got that backup and it's nice and easy to carry with you.
It's a good case. It's not as cool as... We're not going to review these, so I keep mentioning them. The Nothing Ear Sticks case is sick.
Yeah.
I would rotate it, but I've already managed to connect these to my phone once and ruined a lot of videos, so I won't do it again. But that is the ultimate in portable cases.
I mean, I love the design of these as well. We should have spoken about it earlier, but I do like the way they look. They look cool. I mean, they're different.
Yeah, they look pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm particularly good at judging.
So yeah, battery life basically, I think, does what it says on the tin. So onto the verdict then, Nick. Are you buying these? Are you recommending these, or is there something else?
I think if you got these, you won't be disappointed. If you get on with the in-ear fit, they're good. I prefer the Jabra Elite 4 Active fit, and I think the sound suits me slightly better as well. So I'd be getting those, especially if they're offered in sales now, and that is something to consider because I think they're very similar headphones all round, but I slightly prefer the fit and sound of the Jabras, maybe a slightly longer battery life as well. So that is a big contender for me. I would say, they are good headphones. If you look at them as a comparison to the Apple Airpods 2, which is what they're inevitably going to be compared to, they aren't as good on sound and ANC as you'd expect, but you are spending 120 quid less, something like that. And I would definitely, if you do struggle with in-ear headphones, check out the Nothing Sticks, because although we're not reviewing those right now, they're pretty good sound for open headphones, reasonably cheap compared to the AirPods Pro 3, which is what they're up against, and they have a fit that suits me really well because I don't get on with in-ear headphones. But you really like this, Kieran. You'd be recommending these at the price, right?
These are the headphones that I reach for. I use them basically day in, day out. Have done for ages. And I was using the Nothing Ear 1 before. I love the design. I like the fit. I think for me the audio's good enough quality. I think for the all-round package that you get and the way they look, they're a good kind of crossover headphone for work, for running. I think they're a pretty good all-rounder. I think they represent really good value. I kind of love them. There's just enough of everything. There are things that they miss. Maybe there's maybe not as much kind of in terms of the sort of custom presets and all of that kind of stuff. There's some features, but you get all of the basics, I think, done to a pretty good solid standard. And for the price, I just think they represent all round a pretty good package.
Yeah. I suppose the other thing with them is I've never seen Nothing headphones in sales, really. That's the only thing. So that's one area where they can get, because Jabra just every Prime Day get rinsed on the sale. So that is one thing to consider. So they're more of a boutique product in that regard. But like you say, you're not going to buy them and be disappointed, I'd say. Yeah. But there are headphones I slightly prefer.
So there you have it. That has been our review of the Nothing Earbuds 2. Hope it's been useful. If there's anything we missed, hit us up in the comments below. Feel free to ask us those questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring the bell. Share this video with other people who you think might find it useful. All of those things are really helpful to the channel. But otherwise, it's been a pleasure to talk to you about these headphones, and we hope to see you again soon on the Run Testers.